What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In today's video, we're going to do a quick review of our portfolio that we've been building out in the bear market, getting ready for the bull market. As well, we're going to talk about the impact that the potential approvals of the BTC or Bitcoin ETF by the SEC and the impacts that it may have on our token prices and what I'm planning on doing. So if you're a fan of that, if you haven't already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And remember, this is not financial advice, so do your own research. Now, before I get into it, I hope you guys are all having an incredible and a happy and Merry Christmas. And I hope you're enjoying your time with your friends and your family. I'm about to go hang out with some family, but I wanted to make this video before I went out because I haven't done this in a while. And honestly, I'll use any free time I have to get caught up on a ton of videos as well. I know a ton of you appreciate it as well. So you probably remember back in August, we started this portfolio out with $1,000 US. And the goal here was to be somewhat risk averse and really just build up a portfolio showing what would happen with dollar cost averaging. And the rules were I'm only allowed to add $200 US every single week. And I want this to be fully trackable. So like, as you know, I give you access to see the portfolio at all times. It's only stored on an EVM chain. So I can't buy anything on like Solana network through Phantom. I can't buy anything on the Cosmos network that counts for this. So it is a little more challenging. And also because of that, I've chosen to always do all my trades on Avalanche, which before the last few weeks was optimal because trading fees are very cheap. Now they're very expensive because of all the extra use. So you'll probably see me making a lot less moves. To this point, the portfolio is up 34% from our initial investment plus all the additional funds. So there's $2,800 US that have been deposited into this wallet. As of a few minutes ago, the portfolio is worth $3,761.20, made up of a bunch of Bitcoin, like 67%, and then 33% worth of Ethereum. But we're up like 34%, which is incredible. And obviously, if you took a lot more risk and you bought into altcoins, you're probably up 2 to 3x at this point. But we were up even before Bitcoin and before all the alts took off. At November 16th, that was probably the last time where this portfolio outpaced the altcoin earnings, and then the altcoins took off. But of course, there's a ton of risk. As you know, we're expecting, hopefully, that we will get the ETF approval in January by the SEC. And there's a ton of commentary one way or another. Some people believe that the approval of the ETF will cause Bitcoin and sort of all of the related tokens to skyrocket. Some believe this is a sort of buy the rumors, sell the news event. My opinion is things don't just go straight up and things just don't go straight down. And I think long term, this is fantastic. Don't forget, we have the Bitcoin halving in April of 2024. But you also got to be realistic. There's no way things are just going to go straight up forever. There's going to be a correction at some point, probably around the 45,000 to 48,000 liquidity zone for Bitcoin. So once we get up there, because remember, we've just been running. Take a look since October. Since October, when we were at 26,000 mid-October to the end of December, we've been on a massive run, up over 50% in Bitcoin. So I expect us to come back down, probably test the 38,000 level, and then maybe bounce back up and keep going. But institutions won't just let people hammer in. I think they're going to wait. If I was a betting man and somebody sort of made me make a decision, make my choice, what I think would happen is on the first day or two following the ETF approval, we would get a pump. Tons of people would be like, oh my God, I can't miss out. Then they would dump. Remember, institutions control so much more of the flow of everything. So they would potentially dump a lot of the tokens. We'd see a flash crash of sorts. and then the astute people would come in and buy their bags, load up, probably at 38,000, maybe even 32,000 if it gets really bad. But if you're looking at long term, it doesn't matter. Just close your eyes, keep holding, just pretend like nothing happens and just wait till 2025. Don't worry about the sort of interim trading. If you're more advanced, you can definitely look to take advantage. But of course, there are things that will put you on the sidelines. Now, just taking a look at these charts, Bitcoin back in April, right here, April 17th, we had a previous local high around 30,000. We're up now about 41%, 44.5% on Bitcoin. Contrast that with Ethereum, which is really only up 6.8% from where it was. So Ethereum has not seen any appreciation. In fact, it's been overlooked. If you compare this to Solana, Solana has had some incredible price action, sitting at $120 right now in the last 180 days. Let's just take a look. It was $18, right? So over the year, it's up 949%. Incredible. And people are saying Ethereum's dead. Well, there's a ton of roll-ups being created, ZK or Optimistic. And basically what's going to happen is we should see this start to take off as well. I think of anything, Ethereum is probably the most undervalued token right now. And even if we get a regression, I don't think we go lower than 1900. So one of the things I'm doing, because you guys know I've been very safe, my portfolio is all Bitcoin and Ethereum, is if I see that we start retracing, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move a bunch more Bitcoin into Ethereum for now, just to sort of give myself a heavier weight there. The Ethereum narrative hasn't taken off yet, and when it does, it should go crazy. And then the other thing is I'll be looking for, once we get that dip on altcoins, I'm going to look to swap both my Ethereum and my Bitcoin to take positions in other projects. Probably the one I'm most excited about is a GameFi project called Shrapnel. I'm going to make some content about this in the future. I have talked about it. It's a AAA game, full gaming studio. They're doing a ton of things right. This game is not token gated. You can actually people have other ways to invest in the game. I've even got like an extraction path thanks to Ogre for providing me with that. And the Shrapnel token is up 6.9%, but it really has been sort of treading water since early December, where it hit the high of 43 cents. It's been going up and down. And that has to do with the fact that they delayed their Shrapnel launch until January because they wanted to make sure they did everything right, which is the best move. So this is a token that I'm probably going to look to accumulate if we get some sort of retracement on here when that boom happens. Another token that I'll be looking to grab some more of, you probably remember I dumped all the Avalanche I had in this account, not on my main account, but here. When it was sitting around probably around here, was it $18 or something like that? I just remember there was a token unlock and I had gotten rid of all of it and moved it into Bitcoin. Obviously, that move worked out in the short term, but it didn't work out long term as Avalanche has gone to $47, which is probably like 1/3 of its all-time high. All the GameFi tokens really feed up to Avalanche, so this is another token I'll be looking to pick up around $30. The next token I'm looking to pick up is DeFi Kingdoms Jewel. Once again, I don't want to say it's overvalued because people will come after me, but I truly do believe right now it is overvalued. There was a ton of good tailwinds, right? So GameFi was great. A ton of people coming back and shilling the project. They just got a centralized exchange listing on CoinSquare. But that's not the only thing that matters. And these are all short-term catalysts. So I think if we get the dip in altcoins, that Jewel could also drop down below 25 cents. And that's where I'll be looking to purchase and storing some in this account. I know people have been asking. Once we're at the stage of ETF approval and we get the dip, that's when I'll be looking to sort of purchase and grab some in here. So that's what I want to talk about for the portfolio. One last thing that I will mention, I'm going to zoom in here, is I have been working, and this is mainly for my main account, but I have been putting together a portfolio allocation. I'm not showing you here sort of where my portfolio currently is at. You can tell it's hidden. It's the rows between E and L. I also have like multiple wallets. I've only done this exercise on one. But the plan here is to have 25% Ethereum, 25% Bitcoin, 4% in the ETH layer 2s, a couple more percentage in like the cross-chain operability, have some investment in the alternate L1s, and so on. So I do have some meme coin allocations and everything else. I'll do probably a bigger deep dive video for that because this is not really for this challenge, but I will be looking at some of these coins as some potentials if the move is right. So remember, this is a low risk portfolio. I'm looking for a high reward. What's the best way for me to earn? And that's what I'll be doing right now. As I mentioned, you guys know it's 67.5% Bitcoin, 32.5% ETH. That will not be there for long. We're just going to wait for that dip to come. That's pretty much it. So like we'll have another update coming very soon. I'm going to fund another $200 on Thursday. But with that, I just want to thank you guys. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Hope you have a really great holiday season. Like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.